How's it? Indian Cowboy, DocSports.com. Connect on January the 8th as we get this video to you every round this time. Have your free pick winner in just a second here between the Knicks and the Celtics tonight. Also going to have a lot of extra thoughts for you today, including our respective thoughts here on NFL today. We actually have 10 thoughts today. So a lot of thoughts here to get to, and try to roll through them for you, try to give you a lot of good content every day. The title is going to be on the Cowboys and the Eagles, but our best. So the way that works is, our best free play is obviously our free pick, right? And the rest of everything is on the leans as well. But we made a promise to you that if we have a football thought, that we would put it on the title, and we're keeping that promise to you. So, hello, I'm Indian Cowboy, and this is Doc Sports. Indian Cowboy has been around for 18 years now, and Doc Sports has been around for 52 years. And looking forward to getting this video to you every day. Have your free pick in just a second. Our best selections are over at DocSports.com under Indian Cowboy. Our next best selections are what's called our YouTube Premium selections. We give you 2 extra thoughts every day on that. Those are our next best selections after the Docs Premium. Plus, we always hook you up with extra premium selections on there all the time on the video. We give you an extra video every day, 30 extra videos a month, 1 extra live show. We did a live show on Thursday, which had about 10 or 15 extra football thoughts on there. So you basically get you basically get 100 extra selections for $20, and that's not including the premium selections that we drop in there as well. So pretty good stuff. So and then obviously if you want more content, hop onto our Twitter, which has our consensus polls on what side the public's on, the latest trends, and really awesome trivia there as well. So what else do I need to tell you? How did we do yesterday? Yesterday was a by the way, you can get free $60 worth of premium picks on the comment section pinned to the top. There's our link for free $60, and there's our link there too if you wanted to join YouTube Premium as well. What do we have on tap today? Well, we have note that we have our 4 football selections go off tomorrow, including our 7-unit NFL and a 5-unit national championship selection between Georgia and Alabama. Roll Tide. And nice day yesterday. We went 1-0 in college basketball. We had Fort Wayne plus the 5 points, and they ended up winning outright against Youngstown State, 71-61. We rode Fort Wayne because according to our models, we had Cleveland State ranked pretty high, and Fort Wayne had lost back-to-back games to Cleveland State, and Cleveland State's about a top 150 defensive team. And then they roll into Youngstown State and play a team that's in the top 250. It made perfect sense for us to take Fort Wayne there, and that's why they probably won outright by 10. So nice 2-1 day in the NBA as well. We rode with, and we like smaller conference games sometimes too because there's just more value. Anybody that's been handicapping for a long time knows that usually the under-the-radar games are the ones that less time is spent on those games and more value is to be had. Anybody with some decent knowledge that's been doing it for a long time knows that. As far as the NBA is concerned, the Raptors, nice cover yesterday. And we missed on the Wizards, and then we also hit on the Sixers. So a 2-1 day in the NBA yesterday. Nice 1-0 day in the NHL too. We had St. Louis, and they ended up winning 5-1. 2021 NFL, 56-39, 59% for plus 51.15. It's been a winning football season. Hopefully we'll close out that way. 4 selections this week, and none of them have gone off the board, so be sure to jump on that. NHL, 52-35, 60% on the season for plus 38.60. And you already know that we won with St. Louis in our most recent selection. So football, join us for the football season. Join us for the college basketball season. We even had a 3-0 sweep on Wednesday for plus 1,200. Join us for the NBA season, 25-14 run now for plus 38.60. It's been a winning NBA season, winning football season, winning hockey season at 60%. And obviously join us for YouTube Premium as well. So we have 2 extra thoughts today, and I feel pretty good about those. I think we're going to do well on those. All right. Let's get to your, we're going to hook you up with a free hockey selection or premium hockey selection on the YouTube Premium video today as well, as we always try to take care of you YouTube Premium folks. All right, man. Let's get to your free play today. I like we're going to go with the Boston Celtics today, minus the points. I think I saw it at minus the 7. Yeah, man, Boston got outscored by 19 points in the second half in a game they probably should have blew out the Knicks. So I like the Celtics here, minus the 7. Obviously Barrett hits that bank shot, and that's great. But I don't see the Celtics letting off the pedal today. And keep in mind that there's no Fournier in this game, and his 41 points is going to be dearly missed by these Knicks. So the Knicks won't have his 40 points, and the Knicks outscored this team by 19 points in the second half. Of the Celtics were up big. So I actually think the Celtics will do just fine today, -7. Kind of makes me a little weary that the line's kind of dropping a little bit. Maybe this Knicks plan on coming together without Fournier in this game, and I might even change the free play as I'm talking to you. But for now, I like the Celtics -7. I also like TCU today plus the points against Baylor. I think they hang tough. Baylor beat this team by 8 on the road, and TCU has a very good team this year, though. They have a top 40 defense, and I think they hang tough with Baylor just through that defense alone. Baylor's won 20 straight now, and I think Jamie Dixon coaches these guys up here, and you're getting nearly 10 points on a total of 142. It's about 7 to 8% of the point totals before the game even starts. So like TCU plus the 9.5 or so. Also like Duke today. I know Duke didn't cover against Georgia Tech, but I think they might cover here against Miami. Miami's won 8 straight, and Duke is not going to take this team lightly. They took Georgia Tech lightly, but they are not going to take a 12-3 Miami team lightly, and they lost to Miami in their last game when they played them last. So they lost them by a bucket. I think Duke comes out here focused from the beginning, and I think they probably covered the 15. Memphis and the Clippers, this is an early game. I got to go with Memphis here. They always cover without Ja Morant, it seemed. Memphis beat this team by 12-6, and Ja is not playing this game because of a thigh issue. No Adams as well. But I still like Memphis. It's almost like this team plays better without Ja sometimes. I like the Grizzlies to do well and cover their 5th straight here. As far as the Heat and the Suns are concerned, I like the Heat. I'll take the points there. No Shamet McGee, Ayton, or Crowder for the Suns. Suns are 17-4 at home. It's just insane how much the Suns cover at home and how good the Suns are. Phoenix has covered this particular game the last 3 times against the Heat. I don't know if Miami has enough firepower here with Butler, Adebayo, Vincent, Garrett all missing, but I'm going to lean on the Heat here simply because they beat Portland on the road and they barely lost to Golden State, and I would think they get up to play the Suns here. Remember, the Heat are 7-0 ATS when they face a team with a winning record on the road, and the Suns are 0-4 against teams with a winning record of late. So going with the Heat there plus the points. Lean on Georgia Tech here against Notre Dame. They are 0-3 in conference play. Notre Dame does have a small look ahead to Clemson. Tech beat this team last year, but keep in mind, even though Tech is winless this year in conference play, they've had to play Duke and Louisville and UNC, which is tough, which is a tough schedule. But outside of a bad game against UNC, Tech hasn't done that bad. They barely lost to Duke and Louisville. I'm sorry, they barely lost to Louisville at home. They're sort of a desperate team right now at 0-3, and if they don't win this game, they're pretty much done for the year. So I like Tech to show up today. Small lean on Georgia Tech, even though Notre Dame is a very, very good team. Like Washington State here against Utah. Washington State probably should have beaten Colorado, but they didn't, and Utah's a mess too. They've lost 3 in a row. At the end of the day, Washington State's a top 80 turnover team, margin team, which is pretty good. And they nearly beat an undefeated USC team, only losing by a bucket. They nearly beat a top 50 Boise State team as well. And I just like Washington State's resume, not to take anything away from Utah. They've lost 3 in a row, and they're going to play hard today. But Washington State is trying to avoid losing 3 conference games as well in a row. And again, they have the better turnover margin. They've played the tougher schedule, in my opinion. And I think they've underperformed so far. Washington State is a much better team than people think, like Washington State. In the NBA, I like Utah minus the points here against Indiana. Utah has a lot of guys out, but they are going to get Conley back today, I think. And they were up big in that Toronto game, even with all those guys out. And Toronto came back and covered that game. But Conley should be back in this game. I just don't see the Pacers winning anytime soon. They're 14-25. They've lost 5 in a row at this point. They were up big on the Nets, and then they decided to collapse like they usually do in the second half. They collapsed against the Knicks in the second half as well recently. So lean on Utah to bounce back off of a rare loss, unlike Indiana, who's lost 5 in a row. Kansas City and Denver in the NFL. I like Denver here. I think this is Denver's Super Bowl at the end of the day, and I just don't see how Kansas City gets up for them. And Denver's lost a couple in a row. They're not going to the playoffs, and they lost to this team by a couple touchdowns last time. And I just think Denver gets up for this game. They put everything they have on in this game, and I don't think Kansas City puts as much time and effort in this game as they would normally do. And I like Denver to cover the number here. Dallas and Philadelphia in the NFL. I like the under there. I just don't see Philly giving up 40-plus points to Dallas like they did last time. Last time the game went way over the posted total. But a couple of things here. One, Dallas is coming off a 22-25 loss to Arizona. That's probably going to perk them up defensively. Every time Dallas comes off a loss, it seems they play better defense. They gave up 36 to Vegas, and they gave up 17 to New Orleans. They gave up 30 to Denver on a loss, and they gave up 3 to Atlanta. So I think Dallas steps up defensively, and I also think that Philly's just going to run the heck out of the ball. That's what their offense does. Philly's beaten the Jets, Giants, Washington, and Washington, basically all no-name teams, and won 4 in a row. They beat New Orleans and Denver, both sub-500 teams as well. Not to take anything away from Philly, they have won 6 of 7. But I think Philly just runs the ball, keeps the Dallas offense off the field. Philly gave up 41 points to Dallas last time. I don't see them doing that again this time. And I like the under here between Dallas and Philly. It's probably what I should do here is to change the free play, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to change the free play to Philly, and see, Philly and Dallas under the total. See, there's an advantage about listening to the whole video. You never know when the free play gets changed. But the more I think about it, I'll go with the football total here rather than... So, yeah, I like the under 44.5 between Philadelphia and Dallas, primetime game. I think that makes sense rather than trying to take the Knicks and the Celtics. I do think the Celtics go up early, but I don't know. I mean, the Knicks might show up without Fournier. You never know. And so I got to go with the under here, under 44.5 between Dallas and Philadelphia as your free play today. YouTube Premium, I got 2 great thoughts for you between Iowa State and Oklahoma and the Magic and the Pistons, and I'm going to pop in a premium NHL selection for you there as well. Hope you guys are doing great, and I'll see you back here tomorrow. Take care. Indian Cowboy, working hard for you today. Please take a moment and like and subscribe, and hope you enjoyed the 10 games worth of content today.